Hey, beautiful spirits. This is a good one today. Yes, I want to talk about 10 habits to start before 2021. So yeah, this is life-changing. I'm excited because some of you who have been with me since day one know that I do not like the whole New Year's resolution crap. I think it's a trap. I think it's cliche. I think it's just, no. I like to start things sooner. The sooner the better. So that brings me to the first one on this list, because after this year, honey, we know we want much better starting with the new year, and we are done with all the crap and we are ready to have our best life. We want to sparkle all the way. So the first thing to do is start now. Start now, not on New Year's Eve, not on December 1st either, which is what I used to do. If I still have the video in my library thing, I'm going to try to figure out how to do a card. Anyway, and if I can't figure out the card thing, if I have it, I'll put it in the description about that. So anyway, start now. Start now, start today. Get moving on it, because that is the only way to ensure that it's going to happen. So starting today and making sure you continue it. That's another thing about New Year's resolutions. Everybody goes to the gym January 2nd. And then everyone's not in the gym by February 1st, right? So no, we're not falling into that trap with everybody. Plus, you're starting now and there's no crowd. So it's just a win-win, right? So the second thing to do to ensure that your 2021 is the best year ever, and it's the beginning of all the best years of your life, the way to do that is take an inventory of yourself. Take an inventory of things that are still bothering you, things that you've been carrying around, habits that you've been wanting to break, traumas that haven't been healed. Take an inventory of everything about you. Is there anything you want to change? Are there things you love? Are there things you want to keep? Are there things you want to enhance? Do that too. Look at it all. Put it all down there. And then you have a little roadmap about what you want to do for yourself. And along that same line, take an inventory of your life. What's working? What's not working? What do you want to change? What is salvageable? What is really not good for you? And what have you been hanging on to for hope or for potential, or believing that a certain relationship is going to be different than it really is? Or maybe you've been thinking about changing something in your house or moving house. Now that doesn't include geographic for emotional reasons. And if you're in recovery, you know what that means. So when you move, if you're trying to get away from your problems, a lot of the stuff is inside and it's going to come with you. So that's not a reason to move. But say things are going pretty good and you know it's time. It's time to move forward somewhere else. Perfect. So take inventory of your life. Write down everything that you want to keep, you want to change, things that can be enhanced, things that can be improved. And then you have that roadmap. So you can begin today on those things. So, and all of that leads to self-care, mind, body, and spirit. So if you're someone who has been really struggling, especially with depression or anxiety or any of the bullies, or if it has just been, midlife, we do things, we go along with society's rules, we work, we do the family thing, we do all these things, and we lost ourselves along the way. How can you pick up yourself again? How do you get your sparkle back? Well, first of all, you watch the Sparkle Coach, and then you do what it takes to get your confidence back, to get your self-worth back if you lost it. That is so important, because without those two things, really, it's difficult to do anything else in life. Besides your health, that's all included in self-care. Working on your health, fitness, your spiritual well-being, your learning, your everything. It encompasses everything within your mind, body, and spirit. So it's really important to get yourself back on track there. And I would say that out of anything, that is number one place to start. All the rest of it, you keep that aside, because you've got to work on those things first before any of the rest can happen. Because if your health isn't up to par, yeah, you might get the ball rolling on things, and then what? If your health isn't up to par and then something happens, you're not able to continue your work or working on these other goals. So health, fitness, mind, body, spirit, healing is all first. That is priority. Then you move on to the next. So then number 5, you list out all of your desires, your goals, and really get in detail. Be clear on those things. And then for each desire and goal, be very clear on what it will take to get there. Are you going to need help from other people? Are you going to need to take some classes? Will you need a tutor from those classes? I realized I paid a lot of money and I was taking these classes, and I've learned that tech stuff is not really my cup of tea. So if you know that about yourself, rather than forcing yourself to do something that is just not in your wheelhouse and it's wasting your time, find people who can help you. And that way it'll help you reach further. So really look into your list, really be detailed, really get it down to the minute little steps for each thing. And that way you have a roadmap there on how to move forward and really prioritize these things. Like I said, your health, mind, body, spirit, that's your first priority. But once you get that under control and you're working on these things, choose a couple of things a day and follow the small steps every day. And then that way you will be closer and closer to your goal. You can't do everything at once, but you can do a little bit every day, and eventually you will reach them all. So here's a big one, you guys. I have been so guilty of this in my life. Stop busy making. And I'm going to put people pleasing in here only because sometimes your busy making is because you're trying to people please for someone else. Are you running someone else's errands? Are you doing someone else's busy work so you can gain their approval, or so you can feel needed, or something, or because it's too overwhelming to look at yourself? Sometimes we got to really look at that. And busy making, even if you're not doing it for people pleasing, are you always working on, like, are you the kind of person who, here it is, Groundhog Day, laundry again. Here it is, Groundhog Day, laundry again. Here it is, and you're always spending time with the busy making. I'm not saying don't do your laundry, but I'm saying that if you can keep up on your laundry, or if you can keep up on your housework, if you can keep up on your bills, don't let things pile up, then you're not going to have days on end where you're catching up again and you're just busy making. Do the daily tasks daily. That way your house stays clean, your bills stay paid, your laundry is caught up. And if you can delegate those things, delegate them. That way you don't run out of time to do the things that are important to you. It's really imperative, because you don't want to go all through your life and be at the end and go, oh, well, I got my laundry done. You don't want to do that. You want to have all those things taken care of and work on your goals and yourself. Make yourself a priority, seriously. Okay, so number 7, schedule and plan. Make yourself a schedule of what you're going to be doing, what's important to you. Now, don't overextend yourself. I've been guilty of that. If you put 50 things on a list, half the time you can't accomplish all those things. Then you punish yourself. Put 2 or 3 top things on your list for the day. After you handle your self-care in the morning, or whatever your morning routine is, eat right, stuff like that, then you conquer those 2 or 3 top things first before you do anything else. Because a lot of the time, some of the things you have to do towards your goals might not be fun. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. And if you put them off, you're not going to get them done, and then you're going to feel bad that you're not accomplishing anything. So do those first. Then the rest of the day, anything else you do is cake, right? Super good. So plan out your time. That way also, that is showing people that you are a high value person. And if you respect yourself and your time, other people will respect you and your time as well. And that'll make your daily life and your relationships better. That'll also help the toxic people to fall away and be repelled by you, and the good ones to come in. It's just a win-win. And also, speaking of relationships, readjust all of the environments and relationships that are currently in your life. Because we all know there's reason, season, lifetime people, stuff like that. We know that there might be some toxic energies, there might be some toxic situations that are bringing you down, but you keep holding on to them for potential or whatever. You don't have to boot them out of your life for good, but readjust. Realize that some people are not the friends, family, whatever you thought they were, business associates. Maybe they're not. Maybe they are at a different place in your life, and that's cool. Totally fine. So if you readjust as to what reality is telling you it is, then you're not, wasting your time, or you're not feeling hurt because you think you're being more of a friend and they're not being. No, meet people where they are. That's it. And that will open up your life for the relationships that are meant to be up in the high priority. And, and sometimes it's an ebb and flow. Sometimes you might have a falling out, and then later on down the road, they're back and it's better than ever. So if you readjust and, put yourself into more environments that are feely good and conducive to reaching your goals and being the best you that you can be, people that are very encouraging of you, people that are positive energy, people that are honestly communicating with you and where you can mutually respect each other, perfect. That's it. And then you have other people who may not be the close people, but they may be super fun. And when you go out and have fun, that's great, but you don't share your life story with them because they're not that. And it's okay. It's totally okay. It's so hard to learn that if you're somebody who just loves everyone, but you can love people and not freaking expose yourself to the wrong ones. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, here's a good one. So you want to strengthen and utilize your intuition. That is major. I talk about intuition a lot in my videos because it's one of the most underused tools we have. So we let our heart and our mind dictate everything and it messes things up. So really strengthen your intuition. Start to realize, okay, I got that feeling before and okay, I get it now, and act accordingly. That's it. So easy. Don't worry that you're going to hurt someone else's feelings because you're backing off or whatever. Your intuition is right. It is. So strengthen it and utilize it. It'll really help make your life better and make all of these things you're trying to do happen faster for you. It'll be good. And then here's number 10. Celebrate. Celebrate all your successes, all your wins, and celebrate them with your heart people. The people that encourage you, the people that have helped you. Be grateful, show your gratitude, and celebrate together. It's like Happy New Year every time you have a success, right? So it's just super good, and it's such a nice way to keep positive energy flowing, to keep the creativity going, to celebrate the fact that, man, you started off and all you could do was, do some self-care things and you couldn't do anything else. And then eventually you're so good with the self-care. Your mind, your body, your spirit, everything is thriving. Then you're working on your goals. You start achieving little thing, little thing, little thing. Then those steps lead to bigger things. Celebrate every step of the way, because by this time next year, you are going to be feeling fabulous. You're going to have so much accomplished. And let me tell you, if all you accomplish is mind, body, spirit, you are so far beyond where you were today. Celebrate that. Then you start on your goals. But if you can do faster, that's amazing too. Everyone's on their own journey. And here's another thing, a bonus, stop comparing yourself to everybody else. I have been guilty of that, and all it does is mess you up. It makes you more depressed, and it stops your motivation, and it keeps you from striving for what is truly meant for you. If you have to unfollow people on social media that you end up feeling crappy about yourself with, doesn't mean that they're bad people. Just unfollow them if it hurts you to look at stuff for a while until you can build yourself back up. So anyway, if you celebrate and you continue adding to this, once something is a habit and you've got it down pat, okay, cool. Now you can add something else. So if you do this every year, also here's another good thing. Write down and put in a jar or a box all of your triumphs, all of your happy times, all of the things that felt good this year. Put them in a box. And then next year, you can look at this box and be like, wow, this was awesome. I had a really good year. It's easy to really think about all the negative. But if you remind yourself of all the positive, it'll just warm your heart and have you ready for more. So I hope that this list was helpful for you. My wish for us all is that 2021, and actually the last part of 2020, because we're starting today, that this is going to be the best time of your life, and every year after this is just going to be better than the last. So you deserve it. Sparkle on up, and do me a favor, hit like, give me a little comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I appreciate you so much. And together we are going to do great things. Have a good year starting today. Bye for now.